The fires in Northern California continue to grow, and the Happy Camp complex has now burned more than 62,000 acres in the Klamath National Forest. Tonight, it's still only 15% contained. Newswatch 12's Casey Kirshner reports from the fire lines where crews are still working with more than $32 million spent on that effort to contain the complex.
The Happy Camp complex, which started about a month ago from a lightning strike, has more than doubled in size in the last few days.
A couple days ago, we had the run of 13,000 acres.
Fire crews have been working on the Happy Camp complex since July 31st.
We've had crews from Alaska, we have crews from the New England states, and everything in between. We've got some folks from Florida and just about every state you can imagine.
Currently more than 62,000 acres, the Klamath National Forest's steep and rugged terrain has not provided easy working conditions to fight the Happy Camp fires.
Access to the fire is a very difficult thing to do now. So it's basically the topography and the lack of access that is making this fire an extremely hard fire to fight.
Crews have had to use unique methods to get to hard-to-access areas.
Much of the ground is not accessible. Right now we're using mule trains to put spike camps out there and using the mule trains to supply those camps with food and the equipment that they need.
And in addition to tough terrain,
thick smoke when diversion is not lifting. We have snags in the area, burnt up old trees, and they're slowly falling all around this area. So it's one of those watch out situations that we have.
While the weekend weather offered a break,
with that cold front coming through, the humidities came up at night. There was what we call recovery. So there was that moisture in the air that helped the fire to die down.
But officials are bracing for different conditions this week.
Now we're getting back into a warming trend, so we would expect that more active fire in the next few days.
Fire officials say crews will continue to work on this fire, and for all the latest information on fire activity and evacuations, you can visit our website at kdrv.com. Near Syad Valley, Casey Kirshner, Newswatch 12.
Over 2,000 personnel continue to work on the Happy Camp complex, but tonight it's still only 15% contained. And mandatory evacuations and advisories are currently in place for that complex, affecting around 250 homes. All residents on Scott River Road from Bridge Flat to the intersection of Highway 96 are still under mandatory evacuations. The same applies to all areas south of Highway 96 from Scott River Road down to Cade Summit. Meanwhile, evacuation advisories are in place for areas north of Highway 96 between Scott River Road and Grider Creek. Crews also recommend caution for those traveling in the area as dense smoke has created low visibility conditions.